and good afternoon, and wow, how lucky are we to be here. Absolutely stunning scenery, stunning weather. We're very, very grateful to everybody in Gibraltar. Of course, a special thank you to Fabian Picardo and Stephen Linares for all their help in making this possible. I must say, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I wondered if this could be done. And they say it always seems impossible till it's done. Well, just a couple of days to go before a historic moment here in Gibraltar. Of course, the rematch for the WBC Interim World Heavyweight Championship between Alexander Povetkin and Dillian Whyte, live and exclusive on Sky Sports box office in the UK and DAZN around the world. We cannot wait to give you a night you will not forget, and certainly an event this country will not forget as well. It's been a tremendous experience so far, and we're looking forward to the next couple of days of build-up before the main event on Saturday night. Of course, here we'll be joined by Dillian Whyte and Alexander Povetkin later, but first we turn our attention to the undercard, and so many great fights, so many 50-50 fights, so many opportunities for fighters in front of a huge global audience on Saturday night, and this one's going to kick us off on Saturday. Yousef Kabmari against Kane Baker. Yousef, firstly to you, obviously part of the Dillian Whyte setup, massive opportunity for you on Saturday night. You look fit, ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. First and foremost, I want to thank my manager, Dillian Whyte, and Eddie for the opportunity. I've had a good long camp. Everything's gone perfect, and I'm ready for a smoky Saturday.
Fighters like you with plenty of ability don't always get the chance to go out and shine, especially not on this kind of platform. That link up with Dillian Whyte, a blessing for your career, and you've got to grab this with both hands.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, a lot of guys turn pro looking to be part of events like this, so I'm so privileged to be part of an event this big, and I'm going to grab it with both hands on Saturday night.
We haven't seen much of you, the boxing fans at home haven't seen much of you before. What is it that Dillian Whyte saw in you, and what should they expect on Saturday night?
You know, Dillian likes to say maximum violence all the time, so on Saturday they can expect maximum violence from me.
And finally, your opponent, Kane Baker, become a little bit of a household name himself, extremely tough, used to these big event experiences as well. It's going to be a tough night for you on Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be a very fan-friendly fight. I think both of our styles match. He likes to throw a lot of punches, I like to throw a lot of punches. We're going to meet in the middle, and it's going to be a fantastic war for the fans.
Thank you, Yousef. Kane, welcome again. Seem to be a stable participant in all these matchroom events as well. You used to call yourself a boxing fan with a licence, but I think things have progressed since then, haven't you? I mean, you must be starting to feel very comfortable in these big event surroundings.
I am 100%, yeah. But I'll always be a boxing fan with a licence. I can't take that away. But it's just stunning. I just can't thank you and Matchroom enough for the year you've given me and all the bills in here to top it off. I'm just going to repay everyone Saturday night with an explosive performance.
We said, didn't we, going back to fight camp when your fight cruelly fell through on the night, that it's winner stays on. You got that opportunity behind closed doors in October. You won. Now you're on a massive box office card with another opportunity to win and maybe even go forward and challenge for a big British title if you can get through this fight on Saturday.
Yeah, winner stays on. That's given me a kick that I needed. So yeah, Saturday I'll win again. I just want to fight in your garden, to be honest, mate. Get me out there. I'm not worried about titles. Win Saturday night and get me in the garden.
I promise you, if you win on Saturday night, you'll be part of fight camp this summer.
Thank you very much.
And as Yousef said, fan-friendly fight. We always get that from you. You expect a thrilling war to kick off the show on Saturday night.
100%. I'm here to go. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get the win on Saturday night, and I'm going to be in his face, throwing punches all night.
Well, going to start with a lively one on Saturday night. Kabmari against Baker. Do not miss it. Live on Sky Sports box office and DAZN around the world. Gentlemen, we're going to take a little walk. We're not getting married. We're going to do a face-to-face down here. So this is the first one of the day. Follow me. Thank you. Now we move to the heavyweight division that's full of thrills and spills, drama, and I think we'll get it with this heavyweight contest on Saturday night. 10 rounds for the IBO Intercontinental heavyweight title. Almost a late fight taken to the card, and I'm so glad this fight was added. Eric Pfeiffer, who's been in camp with Dillian Whyte, teamed up with him, and Dillian wanted to give him an opportunity on the show, and in steps Nick Webb, young British heavyweight with plenty of ability, with a chance to turn his career around, chance to go on and start forcing his way into world rankings as well. We look forward to this one. Firstly, Eric, with you, welcome. Big fight for you, big opportunity on Saturday.
Thank you a lot for this chance. I train very good, I'm in good shape, and I will show you the best of me.
How has that sparring been with Dillian Whyte? Of course, your preparation has been very good for this fight. Tremendous training camp there with Dillian, and he looks in great shape too.
Dillian is a very strong guy, and it was a very, very hard sparring, but I do it good, and it leaves perfect, and I'm here and will fight.
Finally, a lot of people have said for a long time you were a very good amateur and you can be a force in the heavyweight division. This is your time, isn't it? Saturday is your moment to go and make a start of a charge in the heavyweight division.
I think it too, that's my chance, and I will use it, and I will show the world who I am and how good I can box.
Nick, massive chance for you, look in tremendous shape as well. You've been part of these big box office shows before. Sometimes it's gone your way, sometimes it hasn't, but like Eric Pfeiffer, this is a massive opportunity on a huge stage on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's a great stage. Thank you for getting me on there. And yeah, I look forward to fighting Eric on Saturday.
Obviously, you've suffered defeat in the past, but you've been on a great run, you know, in the boxer tournament as well. Coming through, you look very confident, in great shape as well. You believe you were the favourite in this fight. It's a bit of an unknown quantity, Eric Pfeiffer. You know, great amateur with a lot of potential. It's been a little bit inactive as a professional, but still a stiff challenge for you on Saturday.
Yeah, he's a great challenge, and he's a great name. He was a great amateur, so for me, it's a great place to showcase my skills, and I can't wait.
Tremendous division, of course, great main event as well. But in these kind of fights, you really are one fight away for some huge opportunities, some huge paydays. And at this point in your career, must win on Saturday? Is this a must win for Nick Webb?
It's a must win. There's no other option. I'm winning, and that's that.
Well, we look forward to this, the first heavyweight encounter on a huge show on Saturday night. Eric Pfeiffer against Nick Webb for the IBO International Heavyweight title. Gentlemen, if we could take a stroll down here, please. Thanks, guys. Well, we're just talking, it's Millwall against Portsmouth up here, both representing their club's colours. And this is a fantastic domestic welterweight clash. Chris Congo against Michael McKinstry for the WBO Global Welterweight Championship. A fight that a lot of people have been talking about for a long time. Two guys that have been avoided choose to fight each other. So good for the sport of boxing that two domestic fighters with big futures say, I believe I can win this fight. I believe I can move forward, and I believe I can beat my opponent. And it's great for boxing to see you, so well done to you two. Chris, I'll start with you. Fight camp, we saw you with a great performance. You stepped up again. You never say no. You and your team and Dillian Whyte never say no to opportunities, never say no to opponents. You believe in yourself. Another huge stage for you this weekend.
Of course, just want to thank you and obviously Dillian Whyte for getting me back out. And like I said, when I come into this sport, this is the fights I want, you know. I don't want to fight these journeymen, don't want to fight people that I know I can just knock them out in a round. I want competitive fights. And that's why even before this, I was calling out Mikey from a long time. But yeah, I'm just happy to be here now. I'm happy the fight is on.
He's on a tremendous run. He is avoided. Why is that? Is that the quality? Is it his style? Just he hasn't quite had the name yet to force the big fights. But you chose no problem. You said, I'll fight, step up and face Mikey.
Of course, probably his style, and a lot of people don't really like to fight southpaws, but I don't mind. I'll always find a way to win, regardless. So, yeah, I know obviously he's got a good record, and he's a good fighter, man. I want to beat the best, you know, so I got to beat these guys.
I know you don't want to give the game plan away, but is the move on Saturday to control the pace of the fight? We know he moves well, he's awkward as well. You've got to take this by the scruff of the neck early and dominate this fight.
Yeah, of course. I'm just going to leave everything that I'm going to do and just leave it to Saturday, you know. Whatever he brings, I'll always be able to adapt. And I'm just ready for it.
And of course, this division at the moment, fantastic. Yourselves coming through. I know Josh Kelly suffered defeat, but in a great fight. Conor Benn fights in a couple of weeks as well. Florian Marku up there. Some big opportunities domestically, but this is must win. You're confident, you 100% Chris Congo victory this weekend?
Confident, 100% Chris Congo knockout is coming Saturday.
Knockout?
100%.
Mikey, no, you don't agree with that, I'm sure, but this is a great fight a lot of people are talking about. Just like you, Chris Congo has been avoided as well. This is great to see two young British welterweights take an opportunity like this.
Yeah, firstly, I just want to say thanks for my opportunity. I've been waiting a long time for an opportunity. This 20th fight, you know. I believe I'm the best welterweight in the UK, and to prove that, I've got to beat Chris Congo on Saturday.
You have an awkward style, you're technically very good. So does Chris in a way. You know, he's awkward, he can box, he can punch as well. You expect this to be cagey earlier on? You've got 10 rounds to change your career, change your life. You must take this opportunity.
Yeah, like you said on the plane yesterday, this is to chase our dreams. And I took that in, you know. There's no one in the UK that has a style like mine. I'm a problem for absolutely anyone. And I'm a smart fighter as well, so whatever he wants to bring, I can adapt. I'm very clever. And yeah, it should be an exciting fight.
And obviously he sampled Fight Camp last summer. This is for you the first big occasion. You enjoying it so far? The plane yesterday, the boat, the yacht, the sunshine. I can't tell you every Matchroom show's like this, but a victory for you will just provide so many more opportunities like this in the future.
Yeah, I'm taking it all in, you know, like everything's been amazing, but now I've got my opportunity now. I've got to get my win because I want to stay on this, you know. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's been an amazing week.
Well, tremendous fight between these two young, talented welterweights on Saturday night. Don't miss this one. Chris Congo against Michael McKinson. Gentlemen, if we can make our way down here. Guys, this is a great moment up here. Of course, Campbell Hatton will make his professional debut on Saturday night. Jesus Ruiz, his opponent, just waiting for his official results before they go face-to-face. They'll do that, of course, at the weigh-in tomorrow. So, once again, we got Campbell against Ricky. Campbell was just threatening to push Ricky into the pond, which we might see later on. But you guys...
splash, won't it?
But you guys, Campbell, I'll start with you. It's been a tremendous week. I've never seen a young fighter do so much media. You must just be ready to fight now. This is it. Saturday night, the professional journey begins.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Like I've said a few times, the nerves are slowly starting to come in, and people have been saying, like, is it getting a bit much for you, like all the media stuff? But it hasn't. I think it's doing me good, to be honest, because it's a bit of a distraction from Saturday night, you know, to keep the nerves away. But just really excited, ready to go. Been flying in the gym. Did my last punching session this morning. Felt really sharp. So just can't wait to show everyone what I can do.
You're a young man with plenty of energy, and obviously, I guess Matthew and Ricky will be saying to you on Saturday, just stay calm. You know, you're going to go out there. I know you fight at a very high pace as well, and that's one of your attributes. But it's important to stay calm for this debut on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. That's been the main bit of advice I've had off everyone, to be honest. Obviously, the amount of eyes on me, there will be nerves and I'll be eager to please people, but I think like the main thing for me is I want to do myself justice. I want people to see the Campbell Hatton that's in the gym, you know, when I'm sparring and stuff, because I think when people see that, that will be what impresses people. So the main thing for me is I want to... I do set a high pace, but I just need to be calm and calculated with it.
Do you feel that pressure to look good as well? We know that 90% of the country are behind Campbell Hatton, and of course Manchester behind you, like they were for your father before you. But there will be that percentage you say, well, he's here, he's only getting this opportunity because he's old man. You want to show how good Campbell Hatton is in his own right, and I guess that's an added pressure.
Yeah, it is. Like you always get people who have something to say and have the criticisms, but for me, I just want to go in there and, like I say, do myself justice. And obviously, if I'm the best Campbell Hatton I can be, I'll be happy with that, and I think that'll be enough to impress, like I say, them 90% that are behind me anyway. So, yeah, and I think with time as well, with time I'll be able to show people everything I've got to do. So, just staying calm is my main goal for this fight, and do myself justice.
Ricky, I'm sure if 10, 15 years ago, if you would have thought that at one point you'd be sitting here at a press conference with your own son about to make his professional debut, you probably wouldn't believe it. But how does it feel as a father, with everything you've achieved in the sport, to look across and see your son just 2 days away, ready to fight?
Yeah, very, very proud. Very, very nervous. You know what I mean? He's had a fantastic build-up you've done for him. You know what I mean? And sort of like it adds a little bit of pressure. But I'll be brutally honest with you. If I didn't think he was built in order to cope with the pressure, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. And I know he's dreamt of he's seen what I've done over the years and what his brother's done over the years, and all the Manchester names, and Anthony Crawler, and that's what he wants, like Anthony Crawler, and just to name a few, that's what he wants to be. And he wants it so bad. And if I thought if I thought there was just a fraction that he couldn't do it and do himself justice, I'd tell him not to bother lacing the gloves on. I would do, because I did it so he didn't have to do it. But he's chose to want to do it, and I think he deserves a pat on the back for that. He's running the hardest game of all with what I did and what Matthew did in many ways. So I think he deserves a pat on the back for that alone. And it makes me feel very proud of everything and the attention he's got this week. How he's taking it all in his stride, and this will stand you in good stead for the future, son. Honestly.
Obviously, it's a professional debut with a lot of eyes on him, not just because of the Hatton name, but because of the big fight as well, and the whole event experience out here. The playing yesterday, the boat. How different was that from your pro debut, and how different is that? How difficult is that just to stay calm? Yeah,
well, my pro debut was in Widnes, so it's a little bit different than Widnes. No offence to anyone from Widnes, but no, I just been saying to him all weekend. Listen, do you want to get where the top of the bill is? Povetkin and Whyte, is that where you want to get? Well, let's get used to it now. You know what I mean? Get used to this, because this is what it's going to be like when you get there. And I think this will stand him in good stead. It's his early days, professional debut. He wants to get off to a good start. He wants to try and impress. You're going to get the people, that will turn around and say, well, he's because of his dad, because of this, because of that. He's got to shut that out from his mind, do his own job. And I think if he keeps relaxed and keeps nice and composed, I think everyone will like what they see on Saturday. And, it's early days, isn't it? It's like, there's got to be a few speed bumps over the way. He's a young and up-and-coming, professional and that. But I think what they see on Saturday, ultimately, I think they're going to really enjoy the ride that's going to come. It's a long way away, first of many more nights to come. But we wouldn't be sat here, I wouldn't be sat here as his father if I didn't think he had half a chance.
And finally, he's got to stay calm. Yourself? How nervous will you be on Saturday night?
I'll be very nervous, more nervous in the sense that I just want him, he said earlier, I want him to do himself justice. He's worked so hard, he's come on so quick in the space. He's only a babby, and he was a late bloomer. He only started when he was like 14, something like that. He's only had like 28 amateur fights. It's his pro debut on a big stage, and seeing how he's dedicated himself to the sport and how hard he's worked over certainly the last few years. He's slipped a few gears in the last few years. I just hope he does himself proud on Saturday, which he will do with all the hard work and the changes and the adapts he's made to his game. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Campbell. Thank you, Ricky. The professional debut of Campbell Hatton this Saturday, live on Sky Sports box office in the UK and DAZN around the world. Gentlemen, I suppose we better have a little photo down the end. No funny business, please.
Pushing me in. Put your best shirt
Get
on.
that shirt wet.
We move to the main event, and this one for me could be fight of the night. An absolute cracker for the British Super Welterweight Championship between Ted Cheeseman and JJ Metcalfe. Of course, both guys always in great fights. You saw Ted Cheeseman last time out in the Fight of the Year contender against Sam Eggington, and JJ Metcalfe in thriller after thriller. These two could gel into a fantastic domestic tussle on Saturday night. Ted, we'll start with you. I know a lot of people loving this experience. I'm sure you are as well, but you've seen it before in many ways. You've boxed on some big shows. You want your British title back on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, it's lovely to be part of a big event, but it's just business when you get here. It's natural. I've done this, like you say, time and time again. So it's about just getting in fight mode and doing a business Saturday night.
A lot of people talking about this fight because of the kind of fights you're always in. You know, if it was Kieran Conway, if it was Scott Fitzgerald, even against Sergio Garcia, and of course against Sam Eggington, always in great fights. Is it the plan to be smarter on Saturday night, or are you ready to go to the trenches if you have to? We know JJ has a great, exciting style as well. This one should really gel.
Listen, I can box, I can fight, and after the first few rounds, you'll see how the fight's planning out, and I'll know then what I've got to do to adapt to win the fight, and whether it's come forward and march JJ down, or whether it's boxing the back foot, I'm now capable of both. So we've got plan A, B, and C ready. So just see what happens Saturday night.
Interestingly, the bookies have you the underdog in this fight, but I know you and Tony Sims, when this fight was put to you, both really fancied it. Both feel like you're the strong favourite to beat JJ Metcalfe and become British champion again on Saturday.
If the bookies were right every time, I'll be a millionaire.
That's true. But you see JJ Metcalfe as a strong challenge, very, very strong individual, and a massive opportunity for him as well. Like I said, you've experienced this before. He hasn't. He wants more of this. You know he's going to be hungry.
Yeah, definitely. Look, no disrespect to JJ. This is his first time on a big event. He's going to be loving it, but there's going to be a lot of nervous energy with it. It's his first time he's done this. As I said, I've done this time and time again. I've done the small, the York halls, I've done the O2s, I've done the fight camps. Now I'm in Gibraltar. It's just, for me, it's natural. He's never really had much big occasion, big opposition fight. So for me, I've had hard fight after hard fight after hard fight. As much as people sometimes say it takes it out of you, I've never actually been smashed except for when I fought Garcia and my head weren't there. But since then, I've been improving loads. I'm still young. I still feel fresh. And I feel after I got my win against Sam Eggington, I'm going to be 10 times the fighter I was even then with the winning confidence, coming back in on the win and feeling good. And I just believe JJ's going into unknown territory. And for me, I know I can dig deep. We're going to see whether he's going to sink or swim on Saturday night.
JJ, sink or swim, ready to swim on Saturday night, ready to take this opportunity. Yeah. It's a massive fight.
I was born ready for that, yeah.
Obviously, a lot of people talking about this fight with your styles. Is that what you expect on Saturday night? Is that the kind of fight you want?
Sort of similar what Ted's just been saying. You know, I can box and I can fight, and I'm ready to do both.
The division domestically is just fantastic at the moment, of course. Anthony Fowler winning last weekend. Sam Eggington still there after the defeat to Cheeseman, Kieran Conway, Scott Fitzgerald. This is going to open up so many doors for you. Some massive domestic fights, European level fights as well. Must win for you on Saturday night?
Definitely, yeah. Definitely a must win. You know, I feel like I've been owed this chance for a while, and you know, this comes, I'm going to take it with both hands.
Obviously, fighters whose fathers have gone on, boxed before them and achieved great things. Your father, Shane Erie, and of course Campbell Hatton with Ricky as well. Yeah. I've seen him walking around. He's very, very proud. It's going to mean a lot to you if you can become British champion on Saturday.
Definitely, yeah. You know, I grew up watching my dad. I've been proud of him, and now it's my turn to you know, return the favour.
And finally, Ted said, you know, might be a little bit overawed by the occasion, your first time on the big stage. You look quite calm. You're soaking it all up and you're going to enjoy it.
I'm soaking it up and I'm enjoying it. And, you know, I've been on other cards with Tyson Fury and Josh Warrington, so this is a lot better, like, but, you know, I'm all right with it. I'm good.
Good. Well, it's the Battle of Britain on Saturday night, the British Super Welterweight Championship between Ted Cheeseman and JJ Metcalfe. Do not miss this fight. It will be a cracker. Gentlemen, if we could take a stroll down here, please. Thanks, guys. We move to the second of three intriguing heavyweight matchups this Saturday live on Sky Sports Box Office in the UK, DAZN around the world. It's Fabio Wardley against Eric Molina. A big, big fight for both men. Huge step up for Fabio Wardley. I'll start with you, Fabio. This is the kind of fights you want. Eric Molina, he's been there, he's done it. Two-time world title challenger, fought some fantastic opposition. But you and Dillian Whyte and the team confident this is the right timing and right choice of opponent for Saturday?
Yeah, most definitely. I come from that same breed, built from the same cloth as Dillian. There's no easy fights. We take all comers and when they come, and big chances and big opportunities when they're in front of us. And this is one of those, not just for the fight, but for the occasion as well. To be a part of an event like this is something great. So I'm looking forward to Saturday and putting on a fantastic performance and really, really showcasing some of my skills.
You are, in my opinion, the most exciting young heavyweight in the country right now coming through. But interestingly, you know, talk about English titles and British titles. You're kind of bypassing that level here to take on a former world title challenger and a guy with a lot of credibility in the division. Is that something you're looking to do? You're looking to move faster? I know there's some huge fights for you domestically as well, but this is a big step up.
Me as a team and me and everyone, we're looking to do it all. We're looking to do the big fights when they're there in front of us and then come back around for maybe some domestic big level dust-ups when they're there as well. We're taking all opportunities while we're in front of us and just relishing the moment, really. I'm lucky and fortunate enough to be a part of events like this, and especially in an occasion like this as well, where there's not a lot of boxers that are able to even get out. And I'm lucky enough to be on a matchroom show and be fighting. So I'm just thankful, and I'm looking forward to a big night on Saturday.
Eric, we switched to you. Great to see you. Last time we saw you was in Saudi Arabia on that card there. A big opportunity for you. I sense from you and your team that you really fancy this. You know, you've boxed some fantastic fighters, and Fabio Wardley may be one, but it's too early to know if he really is one.
Yeah, Eddie, absolutely. Fabio Wardley, young, rising star in England. Of course, you know, when I first got the call, I'd be honest, I'd never heard of the guy. Looking into him, it honestly reminds me a lot of myself. Coming in, I had one amateur fight. I was about the same age as him, maybe when I got started. So he's got to learn on the job. And so these type of fights, I gotta teach some lessons for him. So I'm hoping to come in Saturday and give him everything he's got to learn.
I know that when the fight was delayed, you were actually one of the happy ones. You know, you come off a bout of COVID and the fight came around quite quickly. This extra time, you look in great shape, you look ready. It was a blessing for you to prepare for this fight.
Yeah, Eddie, back at home in South Texas, man, we were one of the hardest hit areas with COVID, other than New York City. And just in my heart, my motivation is everybody back at home from the Rio Grande Valley. Like I said, we were hard hit. We were also hit with the Texas Freeze historic. It's been a big motivation in my heart to get back in the ring, especially after 2020. When Eddie Hearn calls his opportunity, I don't give no excuses. So training camp was difficult. It was filled with a lot of adversity. And I'll tell you one thing you might not know, even getting here, my luggage took 3 days to get here. So it just doesn't stop, man. It's all mental. My team says it's all mental, so we'll be good to go Saturday.
Of course, in the last 10 years, your defeat have only come from top level heavyweights. I think Chris Arreola, Anthony Joshua, Dominic Brazil, Deontay Wilder and Filip Hrgovic. They're all top 10 heavyweights or have been over their career. This is a different kind of challenge. Do you almost feel like the favourite in this fight against almost a bit of a novice in the professional and certainly the amateur game as well? The experience must be vital for you going into this fight.
Absolutely, Eddie. You know what? The only thing I got going for myself in this fight is my experience. Coming into these fights, as I get older, these fights don't get easier. So obviously there's a new generation of heavyweights coming up. Fabio Wardley's in that mix. And I feel like this is the type of fight that I need to see where I'm at also. I need to see if I could still mix it up with these young lions. And I'm looking forward to the test on Saturday also. And I'm hoping for a really good fight.
Fabio, you're looking for the victory and then, of course, getting out and seeing your other team member, Dillian Whyte, your manager, do the business in what is a career-defining fight for him.
Yeah, this show as a whole is packed full of Team White members, and I'm looking to do the business. We all are, and Dill's going to showcase and finishing off with the big one on Saturday night. And I've been there, I've spoke to him, I've been there with him, and just I know how much this means to him and the build-up in it and the aggression. I think that a lot of people have seen that kind of that nasty side of him is coming. It's really coming back. That maybe he just kind of he dampened that flame a touch, but it's that spite and everything is all back there, and it's definitely coming out on Saturday night.
Well, that's the main event, but this one is a cracking heavyweight fight. Fabio Wardley, huge step up against Eric Molina on Saturday night, gentlemen. If we could have a head-to-head down here, please. Well, here we go. Just 2 days to go before the rematch. Repeat or revenge. Alexander Povetkin will defend his WBC Interim World Heavyweight Championship, Diamond Championship, against this time the challenger, Dillian Whyte, in an epic heavyweight rematch, live and exclusive on Sky Sports Box Office in the UK and Ireland and DAZN everywhere else in the world. This is a fight that is going to be so dramatic, so thrilling. Of course, we can't forget last August at the Matchroom HQ at Fight Camp, we saw one of the most thrilling heavyweight encounters where Alexander Povetkin came off the floor twice to knock Dillian Whyte out in that stunning defeat. And now, how many times have we seen that replay? Dillian Whyte gets the opportunity to put it right and regain that position on Saturday night. Welcome to Team Povetkin, Max and Alex, and Xavier and Dillian as well. Xavier, I'm going to start with you. Of course, we remember last August, I remember it like it was yesterday, just the most dramatic night. Everything looked great, everything looked like Dillian was on the verge of stopping Alexander Povetkin, and it all came crashing down. This man, he's bounced back. I'm sure even the next day he was ready to go to work, but we're just 2 days away now for a pivotal moment in the career of Dillian Whyte.
Yeah, I mean, the first fight, I mean, that chapter's ended now. It's done. You know, just looking forward to Saturday. We've worked hard, and all credit to Dillian. You know, we got straight back in, straight back to work, and it's straight business on Saturday. Straight business.
Obviously, it's easy looking back after the fight at what you could have done, but the fact is you were controlling the fight, you were comfortable in the fight. What was it? Just a lapse of concentration, a moment of brilliance from Alexander Povetkin, and kind of just drums home the fact of staying switched on till this fight is over on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, the tone of the fight, the way the fight was going, it was only going one way. But this is heavyweight boxing. You know, we've made no excuses. We've just got straight back into the camp, and all I want to focus on now is Saturday. Like I said, the last fight is done. We have to win on Saturday, and that's what we're going to do.
Max, welcome. Always a pleasure to have you in the World of Boxing team here. I have to say as well, thank you to yourself and to Alex and Andrei Rybinski, because sometimes when a fighter has that rematch obligation and they get a stunning victory, they look to avoid it. They look to find another path. They think they got out of jail. But you guys said, no, we know what we have to do. Povetkin Whyte 2 is on, and we're nearly there.
Hi, Eddie. Hi, everyone. Well, first of all, you know, big pleasure to be here in this unusual place. And thank you to Matchroom, all Matchroom staff. Big pleasure to working with you, Sky Sport, The Zone. As you said, we never avoid nothing. Same moment that was the first day it was proposal. So Sasha said yes. There was no case to make it, but you know what's happening. Anyway, Sasha is not the boxer who will avoid something or avoid somebody. So, as you told it, there is nothing that I can add.
Obviously, this fight, Alexander has done everything in his career, of course, from the amateur level, winning Olympic gold, to winning the World Championship, fighting in huge fights as well, but looks very, very dangerous still, looks very relaxed and confident. You guys have had to travel around to get here, but as a team, you look happy, you look relaxed, and you look ready for business on Saturday.
This is maybe one of the key to success, that Sasha and the team and the whole atmosphere in the team should be relaxed. There is no, running over somewhere, no rush, nothing. So we're doing, and the team doing everything that he feel comfortable, joking, smiling. So this is maybe one of the issues, of general success.
Dillian, not so much smiling for you. A couple of days away now. It's nearly here. It's what you love to do. I know how much that defeat last August hurt you inside, and on Saturday you get the opportunity to put that right.
Yeah, the first fight was a good fight. We both fought well. Knocked him down a couple of times. He came back and win. Fair play to him. He landed a good punch, and he did well. I'm glad that he took the rematch, and I'm glad that we're here again. Obviously, we're about to get it on in 2 days. I want to say massive thanks to the Gibraltar people and the team behind us helped to make it happen. Thanks to Sky, thanks to Matchroom, thanks to my team, thanks to everyone, and thanks to his team. And you know me, I always come to the ring to fight anyway, so I don't care, man. I just love fighting. I enjoy fighting. I enjoy what I do.
One thing that you, the team, wanted for this fight, I think rightfully so, is to allow fans back in the building, to create that kind of energy and that atmosphere. 500 lucky people will be there in Gibraltar on Saturday night, but it will make a difference, won't it? It's important to walk out. This is such an important night for you. That energy in that arena will be important for you.
You know what? It's been difficult for everyone. This last year has been very difficult, so I'm just doing my part to try and bring our beloved sport back to some sort of normality, you know what I mean? And it'd be good to have the fans, but, obviously we did the best we could. We look at a few different venues, a few different things to try and get some fans and try and get big-time boxing back, but this is a big fight. This fight is as big as any real title fight, you understand? So I'm just glad that the Gibraltarians, the minister and the people behind came up with the idea, make everything safe, and most of the population here is vaccinated and stuff, and it's the best place for us to get a crowd. So yeah, it's going to be jumping, it's going to be rocking, maybe like yo, call, it's jumping.
Yeah, we echo that. Thank you, of course, to Fabian Picardo and Stephen Linares for all their support and help. Dillian, I know that you've had many tough fights in your life, some out of the ring as well, but we can't ignore the fact of the importance of this fight. I know you said it's just another fight for me, but for everything you've been to, how close you were for a shot at the world heavyweight title, this is absolute must-win, isn't it, for Dillian Whyte?
It's the most important fight of my career, you know what I mean? But like I said, this is boxing, you understand? I've been through ups and downs my whole life, so I'm used to bouncing back. I'm used to coming back and proving people wrong. I'm used to showing people what I can do if they're writing me off. So I'm good. I'm easy, you know what I mean? Obviously, people say, the defeat, this, that, and the other. I'm like, it's nothing. I'm doing something. I'm changing my life, and I'm still improving. I'm constantly improving, always improving. And obviously, the guy's a good fighter, you know what I mean? Top amateur, gold medalist, world champion, and all that stuff. But I'm still learning. I'm still improving. I'm still getting better every day. And Saturday, I'm coming to leave it all on the line once again.
Thank you, Dillian. Alex, welcome. Firstly, thank you for your patience in travelling around to London and here as well. You look very happy, you look very relaxed, you look very confident ahead of this big fight on Saturday.
Саш, спасибо тебе, что после такого сложного пути, сначала в Лондон, потом в Гибралтар, ты выглядишь очень расслабленным, уверенным перед субботним боем. Это, так, действительно ли такое состояние присутствует?
Хочется поблагодарить за то, что я сюда приехал. Это Эдди Hearn, Matchroom. Мне очень приятно. Очень приятно будет боксировать с хорошим боксером, с Dillian Whyte'ом. Я знаю, что он сильный, хороший боксер, и поэтому к бою готовился основательно. Благодарю. Вы знаете, мне очень приятно здесь находиться. Очень позитивные люди, хорошая атмосфера. Так что выйдем на ринг и покажем все, на что мы способны.
First of all, just want to tell that thank you to Matchroom and Eddie here. Very happy to be in this, as I said, unusual place. Yeah, just relaxed, confident, and the only thing I'm right now is to come on Saturday and show the good boxing. This is what I'm thinking right now.
Obviously, last time it was a difficult fight. He was hurt in the fight, but how much confidence does he take from that finish and the amount of times that's been showed back? He feels like he can do the same on Saturday.
Ну, с учетом того, как складывался первый бой и что у тебя были проблемы, но ты как бы все перевернул в свою сторону, прибавилось ли у тебя уверенности как бы после такого боя и то, что ты можешь снова это повторить в реванше?
Я об этом вообще не задумываюсь, потому что я уверен, что в этом бою Дилан будет лучше. Я буду предусмотрительно где-то лучше защиту умею. Так что я уже не забыл про тот бой, что был. Сейчас я рассчитываю на бой, который будет.
I always forget the last fight because this is a done story. And I think that Dillian will be better in the second fight than the first one. And but at the same time, I'll try to be more carefully to pay attention to my defense. So the first fight is forget the story.
I know many fighters say, I'll take a win by any means, but do you believe you knocked Dillian Whyte out again on Saturday night?
Ну, в подобных ситуациях бойцы по-разному говорят, но у тебя есть вера или ощущение, что ты его нокаутируешь?
Я об этом не думаю. Я всегда еду и выхожу выигрывать на бой. Мне без разницы с кем и как. Я всегда еду за победой. А больше я ни о чем не думаю.
I don't have this mind and feeling that I will knock him out. I just to come over, and win. It could be, all distance. I'm not focused on the knockout. So I just, need to follow my plan.
Dillian, finally to you. I believe you are focused on a knockout, aren't you? I mean, of course, win by any means necessary, but when you get him hurt, you want it over this time. You want to end this fight by KO.
The main thing is to win, but obviously I'm a competitor. I hate losing anything, so I want to make it 1-1. Understand? That's the plan. But I'll get the win wherever. You see me in different fights. I've adapted in different fights. I've got up the floor and win in different fights. I've jabbed fighters that are faster than me. I've jabbed fighters that are taller than me. I've boxed fighters and I've roughed fighters up. And I've gone out and doghouse fighters. So I'll do whatever I need to do. Obviously, my coaching team has worked hard on different plans and work in different area. So whatever, man. I want to fuck stuff up on Friday. So whatever.
Well, thank you, Team Povetkin, Alex, Max. Thank you, Dillian. Thank you, Javier. Guys, thank you so much for everybody involved in this event. As I said, everybody in Gibraltar, Dillian's team as well, and of course the team at Matchroom done a fantastic job. This has been a wonderful experience so far. 2 days to go before a historic event here in Gibraltar. Whatever you do not miss Saturday night. Thrilling card from top to bottom, of course, headlined by the big heavyweight rematch. Alexander Povetkin against Dillian Whyte 2. Full of drama, do not miss it. Gentlemen, can you take a stroll with me down here, please? Thank you.
Wasp.